What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Ol Drunken Geek again, and today I want to have a special video for you guys. It's called ODG Soapbox. So every so often, I just like to talk random shit, go on a little rant. So you guys don't want to watch that, go ahead and check out my Joker review, because that's what this one's gonna be about as well. Kind of like my thoughts on society in general, about Joker stuff, related, adjacent, kind of. And yeah, man, let's get rolling. So today's video is gonna be mostly about the reaction to the Joker movie that just came out. People have been throwing a titty fit. And you know, if you look at it from their point of view, rightfully so, because they're saying that, you know, the movie was very irresponsible because it can trigger more mass shootings, stuff like that. I can understand that sentiment. I totally can. But I do have counterpoints why this movie is poignant, why this movie is needed, and why this movie should not be censored in any way. Except in Aurora, Colorado, I can understand why it would be an issue there. I'm not talking about that at all. To me, censoring a movie like this, which is of this time, of this, you know, of this era that we're in, this very violent era, you know, with the mass shootings and all that thing. To me, this movie was a character study about what the problem is. And that's what art does. And that's why I feel that it's a slippery slope to be like, you know what, this movie is gonna, you know, is gonna trigger more shootings. We shouldn't watch this movie. What are we doing? What are we doing? Because our art is supposed to be uncomfortable at times. Art is supposed to shine a mirror to you so you can see something inside yourself that you hadn't seen before. I'm a snowflake, cucky liberal. Let's just put it out there. That's what I am. That's what I identify with. Where, you know, where you say like Republican, Democrat, snowflake, cucky liberal. That's the one I check. And I gotta say, man, I think this is a very slippery slope, and it's very dangerous that we're doing this thing where we're censoring artists and censoring art, and, you know, you shouldn't say this, you shouldn't say that. Not only is it scaring away moderate people or whatever to our point of view, we're not even getting our point of view across when we're being this extreme about things, especially things like a fucking movie. You personally don't want to watch it. You personally don't feel comfortable watching it. You don't have to watch it. Nobody forced you to watch it. But to go on Twitter and be telling people, oh, don't watch it, this movie, you know, triggers. That's talking from a place of privilege. I know the left likes to talk all the time about how you should check your privilege. Well, you should check your fucking privilege, because some of the things in these movies needs to be said. You know, the commentary on mental health, the commentary on incels, which is something I will get to in a little bit. These things need to be said. And if anybody should be watching this movie, it's you. So you can learn some compassion and some empathy, because it's easy to talk from a place of privilege. Like, let's just sweep that under the rug. If, you know, we always pointing at something. It's video games, it's movies, and in this case, it's a movie, or comic books making the kids gay or whatever, right? How about you go outside of your comfort zone and you watch something that makes you uncomfortable? Because that's the stark reality. The reality is that this is a problem. This is a real problem. It's not fake. You're not gonna solve it by sweeping it under the rug and just thinking you live in your own la la land. That's not gonna fix the problem. Let me get into this a little bit. For those who are not familiar with, incel is the word used for involuntarily celibate. Obviously, involuntarily celibate means they can't get laid, right? Mostly men, damn near 100% men. And, you know, they feel set upon by society. They feel picked on by society. They feel like outcasts. And a lot of these people are responsible for some of the mass shootings. The fact is that this is a real problem. So there's an opportunity now for you to really feel uncomfortable and really feel what some of these people feel. And this is what I was getting to before. There is an argument to be made that, yes, these people are mostly male. That's a privilege. And mostly white. That's a privilege. Yes, they have white and male privilege. It is true. And oh, maybe we shouldn't worry about them because they've got privilege. They've got no right to even fucking feel how they feel. But as a leftist, if you can wrap your head around the fact that somebody doesn't relate to a gender and believes themselves to be another gender, even though that's not the ones that they were born with, and they want to, they are that gender, and that's how they feel, and that's their reality. You can also wrap your head around the fact that there are people who, even though have privilege, don't feel like they do. In their reality, that's not their reality. They don't feel like the privilege because their life experience hasn't proved it to them. And yes, there is personal responsibility. People should take responsibility for their actions. But it doesn't help to vilify people and just point at them. And that's not what I'm trying to do to you. I know I seem a little fucking passionate and shit. This is like the second one and I'm kind of on an empty stomach. But like, keeping it 100, man. Keeping it real. It is a real problem and it should be dealt with. And the least you could do is expose yourself to those feelings, because I feel like this movie really encapsulates that. And I'm not coming, this fucking movie's the best thing ever. I'm not saying that. But I'm just tired of this censorship and this Twitter and fucking attacking something. Let's destroy it before it even gets out. Let's just take a time to look at it and really truly analyze it. Because this is how we ended up with Trump. We could talk about, the inner city youths and the crack era of the 80s and 90s, what that did to, certain communities and stuff. That is very real, and I'm not trying to discard that at all. And yes, there is hypocrisy, about what happened in the crack era and how that was treated compared to the opioid epidemic. Now, that's all fair. But there is also the fact that we have an opioid epidemic that's ravaging rural white areas like it did the black community. And that's just a reality right now. And we can sit here and be like, oh, point fingers. But that's the reality. That's how we get this Donald Trump. He appealed to that base because they are having a problem. And not only just the opioid epidemic, they're having economic problems because manufacturing has gone overseas and just a myriad of geopolitical situations that have culminated in this country as of now. And, I hate to sound like a cooked snowflake liberal, but it would really help if we all had a little bit of compassion and a little bit of empathy. That's all I'm saying. I don't mean to sound harsh to anybody. And I know this is, a little bit off brand for what I do normally in this channel. But that's just how I feel, and I felt like it needed to be shared. I needed to get that off my chest. And yeah, man, censorship sucks. With that little sentiment, that's all I got for you guys today. Like, share, subscribe if you'd like, and yeah, ODG out.